This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury here in Saudi. Tyson, your return back here in Saudi. How is life treating you?
Absolutely fantastic. Ab-fab. Absolutely fabulous. Can't be any better, you know, here. I'm on top of the world, tanned in Saudi, getting tracked like the king I am. That's it, all good, under the hood.
So Tyson, it's like 40 degrees out there. You out here sunbathing, top off?
I've had at least 20-30 minutes every day in the sun, hence the reason why I've got a great tan.
Tyson, obviously going into this fight, but Oleksandr...
It's not Vegas hot, is it?
It's not that. Yeah. Tyson, you've experienced, as you mentioned, Vegas, Saudi, Wembley, all these different types of venues, arenas. What's different about Saudi when you box here?
I just love Saudi. I love the Saudi people. I love everyone from the staff at the hotel to people running government. They're all fantastic people. They've made me feel, and my family, welcome. They've never left us with anything we didn't need. You know, everything that we've ever asked for, they've delivered, and 10 times more. So I can only give them all the respect they deserve and give them massive shouts out, massive credit. Because like I say, I come here, I'm flying on government private jets and I'm being picked up by armoured vehicles and police escorts. And at home, I can't get a cheese sandwich. So big shout out to the Saudis. They know how to treat their sports people, for sure.
One thing I want to ask you about before we talk about the Usyk fight is...
I don't think I've ever had a cream cracker off our own government. Nothing. Never mind private jets and stuff. I've not had a cream cracker. I've not even had a mouldy old cheese sandwich. Nothing. Nothing. So it just shows you're at the calibre of the two people.
I know in the past you've said that you don't really have that interest in boxing back in the UK now, and you can box here in Saudi. Exactly. You've experienced America.
This is it. This is the Mecca of boxing.
You don't see yourself returning to the UK?
No, this is it. This is the Mecca of it all. Mecca's here in Saudi Arabia, and it's the Mecca of boxing too.
Tyson, before we talk about the fight, one thing I want to ask you about is I saw the clip Sky Sports showed you of yourself in Paris when in your younger days. Yeah. I remember interviewing Paris after the Wilder trilogy, and she said she'd happily see you sail off into the sunset, retire. How much of a rock has she been throughout your career?
Listen, it's been fantastic. I've had a good wife who's been there, supported me in all my fights and been behind me no matter what. And even in the tough times when boxing wasn't always so well, you know, when I was boxing for peanuts or nothing even. It's been good. It's been a good old journey, and I've had a good woman behind me. So if you've got a happy home life at home, you'll be happy in your job. That's what I always believe.
She'll be there supporting you on Saturday night, Oleksandr Usyk. I know in the past you've said titles don't mean anything to you now, but this is it now, the chance to have all of those belts. I know you said you'll gift them to Turkey, but does it feel different as your emotions towards the titles change?
No, nothing's changed. Still the same old G as I was yesterday and the day before and 10 years before that. Never changed a day. People change around me, but I never change. Always the same. I believe I was the same person at 14 as I am at now 35.
Talk about this fight with Oleksandr Usyk. How do you anticipate him approaching it? How has this fight compared in your preparations, that is, to anybody you faced previously?
Well, obviously he's a southpaw and he's a boxer, so I've had southpaw boxers in sparring. I've had pad work from the southpaw stance. Everything's been from the left-handed position, you know. But there's not much that anyone can do, is it? It's a boxing match. I'm sure he's going to throw a jab, 1-2, left hook, uppercut, right hand to the body, left hook to the head. There's not much I haven't seen before. I know they say he's a wizard and all that, but if you're in there with a man in a boxing ring, he's only going to throw punches. He can't throw any kicks or headbutts or anything. So I've seen it all before. I've had the best sparring you can get. I've had my Canadian protege, who I believe is going to be a champion, and I've had my mate Ty Mitchell as well, who's faster than any heavyweight there's ever been. Southpaw as well. So can't beat that. I'm very, very happy with where I am and what preparation I've had.
We know we've asked people...
Oh yeah, sorry, we've got a southpaw heavy bag as well. I've been using the heavy bag, the southpaw bag. We've turned all the stuff in our gym to southpaw. The speed ball, that ball, the elasticated ball and the heavy bag. They're all southpaws now.
I'm sure I'd be interested to see how you pull that one off, Tyson.
We can turn them. We can turn any heavy bag into a southpaw bag or an orthodox bag, for sure.
Tyson, when I've asked people within the boxing industry about this fight, how they anticipate it playing out, they always say it's a close fight, but a good big man beats a good little man. Is it as simple as that, or does that take away and discredit your boxing ability?
I think it depends what we call little. Holyfield, Mike Tyson, all of those guys, Leon Spinks, Muhammad Ali, all them people, Usyk's bigger than them all. So Joe Frazier's, all the top heavyweight champions of the past, apart from Klitschko's and Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, he's been bigger than them all, really. So, listen, we'll find out Saturday, won't we? I think he's a very good man, probably the best man I've ever fought. Olympic champion and two-weight world champion, cruiserweight and heavyweight. We'll find out who's the Don and who ain't. We'll find out who the Hector and who the Achilles is. You ever watch the movie Troy? And you got the two top fighters of that era. Hector! Imagine being Hector, having to go out and fight Achilles in front of the world. That's what this is. And even when he went down and he could have chopped him, killed him, he didn't. He said, I'm not going to let a stone ruin my victory. Get up. I want the world to see you fall. That's sort of what this is. And I'm the Achilles and he's the Hector. Doesn't mean he's a shit fighter, because he's a very, 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 very good fighter, just like Hector was in that movie. But I believe I'm the Achilles of this era.
I know Sugar Hill's a man who loves the knockouts. Does Saturday night end with him in the distance?
That's what we go for. We go for it. If it comes a knockout, we'll knock him out. If it doesn't, we'll take the points victory. We'll take it either way it comes. Victory's victory. Like Vin Diesel said in Fast and Furious 1, winning's winning. If you win by an inch or win by a mile, winning's winning. There's no I almost had you or I nearly won. None of that. Winning's winning.
One thing people are also curious of is obviously the cut. It seems like, looking at you now, it's healed quite well. Is it something which you expect Usyk to try and target, get opened up? Obviously opened up in the volume fight, inspiring.
I don't think so. Whatever it is, if it opens up, doesn't it? We'll have a bloodfest.
We know there's a rematch clause in place as well, Tyson. There's all that talk of the Anthony Joshua fight. I know you focus on this one, you don't want to look beyond it, but is there a chance that Fury Joshua happens if you're successful and Usyk steps aside?
No chance. Me and Usyk will fight twice, regardless of the result on Saturday night. Even if I blow him away in one round, he still gets his rematch in October, I've been told. So yeah, then we'll deal with the rest of the pussies in the division after that.
Is that fight with Anthony Joshua still something which you'd like to have?
Listen, I'm interested in Saturday night because this man spanked your mate, didn't he, twice?
So I don't have any mates in
Spanked him twice, so if I can beat this fella on Saturday night, then I'll be the Don, and it won't be worth worrying about jesters and jokers.
This could certainly, for many people, rank you then as one of the best of all time in the heavyweight division. Is that on your mind, also securing your legacy?
In what happened yesterday or in history. You know, if I want to look at good men in history, I go to Alexander the Great or Winston Churchill. I go to good men in history. You know, it's a boxing fights and all that. I don't compare myself to any other men. Not interested. Comparing myself to other men's failing, because every individual's different. Everyone's got good and bad points, and I'm only interested in how good I can be on the night. That's it. Doing the best I can. Win, lose or draw. I've said it many, many times, and I'll say it again and again and again. I've travelled the world for many, many years looking for a man who can fight me. If Usyk's the man, I'll shake his hand and say, fair play, let's go for a beer mush. And if he's not, I'll still do the same. The offer's always there.
You've achieved a great deal in your career, Tyson, the chance to become undisputed on Saturday. There's not much more else out there for you to do if you were to be successful. Money. Is that for you motivation?
Problems. What do you think a box for? To push your fucking rev for? Yeah, listen, I can still earn more money, can't I? Can't earn no more belts, but I can earn more dough. And we can all use a few more quid, can't we? I know HMRC can anyway. And I'm a humanitarian because I'm paying for everything else, aren't I? My money goes to other people in the UK. Immigrants, people who don't have any money. We're all humanitarians. So that's what I'm doing it for. Being a humanitarian for my country.
Final one from me, Tyson, because I know we've got to wrap this up now. Yeah. Imagine this is the last interview you do, the last chance you have to send a message to Oleksandr Usyk. Anything?
Suck me balls, you ugly bastard. How's that?
Say whatever you want, Tyson. Nobody's going to stop you. Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Cheers.